some of the programs we have, such as short-term study abroad or English language programs, as well as our dual degree programs. And at the end, I'm happy to answer any questions that you could have. So to start off, I'd like to show you a short video about what a study abroad experience can look like at Temple. So Temple is located in the city of Philadelphia. Philadelphia is known as the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. So you will receive a warm welcome when you come to our city. We are the second largest city on the East Coast, right after New York City. And we're also very close to both New York and to Washington, D.C. So many of our students like to take this opportunity to travel to other major U.S. cities when they're studying abroad. We're a top 10 U.S. city for startup economies and a hub for Fortune 500 companies. So students who are looking to maybe get an internship while they're studying abroad can find a lot of opportunity in a city like Philadelphia. One of the other major benefits of our city is that we're 40% less expensive than a city like New York. So when you're going to pay your rent or buy your meals every day, 40% can really add up over a semester or a year. So Temple University is a public research institution. We were founded in 1884 by a Baptist minister named Russell Conwell. And he started teaching members of his congregation at night because he had a strong belief that people of all stations in life should have access to education. So he began teaching the students at night so that people who worked during the day could have the opportunities to have education as well. So Temple still has a very strong belief that access to education should be open to everyone, and that's still a part of our mission today. We're now a research institution with 33,000 students from all over the world. We have over 600 academic degree programs and 17 schools and colleges. So there's a little something for everyone to study at Temple. Temple is also a top 100 school, according to U.S. News and World Report, and we're an R1 research institution. So that's a designation that puts Temple in the top 4% of all U.S. universities, according to their research output. So not only do we have a campus in Philadelphia, but we also have 2 international campuses, one in Tokyo and one in Rome, in addition to partnerships all over the world. So Temple is truly a global university, and we feel strongly about the power of international education. Though we like to say the sun never sets on Temple. So when you come to study abroad at Temple, you'll not only get to meet students from the US, but also students from over 115 different countries. So we like to call ourselves Diversity University because you'll really get to meet people from all different cultures and backgrounds when you come to study at Temple. We have an English language program that's been in operation for over 45 years. And and alumni, over 360,000 alumni that live all over the world. So at Temple, we truly believe in your health and safety while you come to study with us. So this is very important to us. One of the ways in which we ensure Temple students are safe is by having a police force and security service that patrols campus 24 hours a day. So if you ever need help, you have someone that you can reach very easily. We also have a mobile app called TU Safe that has all of the safety resources, such as our flight shuttle service. This is a shuttle bus that will take students through campus as well as outside of campus from their dorm to the library in case they need to be studying late at night and they need to get back to their dorm. We also have student health services and wellness services for your mental health and your physical health. So if you need to see a doctor or go to the wellness center to manage your stress, all of those resources are available to you at Temple. So a lot of students want to know about their professional development opportunities on campus because this is really important when you're thinking about your future career. So Temple has a lot of opportunities to grow your professional skills. One of those is our International Student Career Week, which is a week-long event that has employers that come to campus and are looking just for international students who want to work on internships or after they graduate. We also have a career center which will help you with one-on-one coaching to improve your interviewing skills or to help you build your resume. And then students can also have personalized advising sessions on how they could go about applying for optional practical training, which is a program that lets you stay and work in the US after you graduate. So while it is very important for you to study and concentrate on your academics, while you're at Temple, we also want you to have a little bit of fun. So we organize events and activities throughout the year just for our students coming through our partnership programs. So these are a few of the activities that we've done throughout the year. We have a park cleanup, games, and an outing in Philadelphia. So if you're interested in seeing more about the kinds of fun things that we do, you can follow our social media. So as I mentioned, we have an English language program through our Center for American Language and Culture that helps support non-native English language speakers. One of the programs available is our Intensive English Language Program, which is a 7-week full study program where students are placed in levels depending on their current ability to improve their English language. We also have some online classes, which is helpful if you want to work on a particular skill, such as pronunciation or academic conversations in English. We also have a shorter 4-week program that runs in the summer and winter, where students will come to take language courses in the morning and then explore US culture in the afternoon. So students can go on field trips in Philadelphia and also to nearby cities such as New York. For students who are starting a graduate program, we have an academic English course where you can start 4 weeks prior to the start of your graduate program to help you improve your English. So this not only helps you on your English language skills, but it also teaches you a little bit about what graduate programs will be like. So they focus on things like writing research papers or presenting in class. Finally, we have an English Plus University Studies program, which lets students come to study abroad at Temple for 1 semester or 1 year who don't yet meet our minimum English language requirements. So students can take a combination of language courses and credit courses during their semester. So one of our programs is the Study Abroad and Exchange, which lets students study at Temple for 1 semester or 1 year. As part of this program, our office helps you from the time you apply to the university all the way through to the end of your program. So we provide application assistance, support through pre-arrival webinars before you get there. We help you choose your classes, we pick you up at the airport, We provide an orientation, and then of course we have fun events throughout the year. So our office is there for you to help support you the entire time, your entire time at Temple. So this is a short video from one of our exchange students from Brazil. He was a vlogger for us, and this is the last vlog that he submitted about his time at Temple.
Hi, so this is my last vlog here as an exchange student at Temple, and for today I just want to recap things I did, places I visited in the US, and share my takeaway from this whole experience after 1 year as an exchange student. I took a piano class, I joined the Brazilian Student Association here at Temple, I auditioned for musical theater groups, I took a few intensive writing classes that helped me improve my writing in English. I applied and got an internship on campus. I spent 1 week in Florida, in Vero Beach. I traveled to Ocean City, New Jersey with the global programs. I went to New York and Boston on my own. I took a podcast class that later made me win 2nd place for Best Audio Production in Temple MSP Awards, and this made me really happy as a media production student. I also did my dream trip to LA. I met people that I will always carry with me. So if someone asks me if it was worth it, it definitely was. It definitely was. It was an extraordinary experience. And I believe that in general, I'm taking away friendships. I'm more mature than I was 1 year ago when I got here. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to make this long. Bye.
So if you'd like to see more of the vlogs and vlogs from our students who are studying abroad, I can show you the way to do that later on in the presentation. So one of the programs that we have for students coming for study abroad or exchange is our Global Living Learning Community. This is a wonderful community in our residence hall that pairs international students with American students. So they get to live together, do events and activities throughout the semester, and take a 1-credit global citizenship course. So it's a wonderful opportunity not only to meet American students, but also to meet other international students from around the world. So one of the graduate program options that's available to you as a partner university school is the 1+1 master's degree program. This is for graduate students in order to earn 2 master's degrees in 2 years. Through this program, we have nine different options that can be completed in a year in 5 different academic disciplines. Some of the benefits of applying to this program to do the master's degree at Temple is that it's an accelerated option that allows you to get 2 master's degrees in 2 years. We also will waive the graduate record exam, or the GRE, for most of the programs. So this is a very big benefit, so you don't have to take that test, which is not fun if you haven't taken it. We also provide you with support with application. So when you're going to do things in your application, like write your personal statement, or put together your CV, or help you answer questions, our office is there to do all of that for you. Our other program is the dual bachelor's master's degree program. So this is a 3+2 program that lets students in their 3rd year apply for a graduate program. When they've completed, they will have their bachelor's degree from their home university and their master's degree from Temple in 5 years. Although there is the 3+2 option, we also welcome students to apply in their 4th year or even after graduation, and will give you the same partner benefits. So through the dual bachelor's master's degree program, we have 60 different major options. So like the 1+1, the GRE is waived for most of the programs available through DE-MTIL. We also have options that you can take the master's program in either 1 year, a year and a half, or 2 years, depending on which program you choose. Like the other programs, we help you all the way through from your application to the time that you leave Temple. So there's a strong amount of support for students that are applying for this program. We also encourage students to look for graduate assistantships in their second year. This is a position within your academic department that, if you're selected, can give you up to 100% tuition remission. So we usually have 1 or 2 students every year that receive these positions. We help you with internship and career support. And there's also the option to apply, again, for optional practical training that allows you to work in the US after you graduate. So one of the big benefits of applying as a partner university student is our scholarships. So we provide students with scholarships for up to 20% of their tuition. These are merit-based scholarships and are given to all students with a 3.0 GPA or above. You don't have to apply for the scholarship. You're automatically considered and given the scholarship if you meet the criteria. So most of our students do receive some type of scholarship. 97% have gotten a scholarship from us every semester. So these are some of examples of the ways in which students have come to Temple through the DBMD program. So we have a student that applied in her 3rd year to the sports business program, and she was able to earn her bachelor's degree and master's degree in 5 years. But we've also had students such as Int'l and Shannon that have applied in their 4th year or even after graduation, and they're still able to get all of the benefits that we offer to partner students. This is a brief video of our ambassador, Spencer, talking about his experience, and he is available as a resource to new students to answer questions and help them get settled at Temple.
Hi, my name is Chen Wu. You can call me Spencer. I'm a graduate student majoring in engineering management at Temple University. I'm so excited to be the new DBMD student ambassador. DBMD program provide benefit to Temple's partner university student and alumni. DBMD offer a lot of programs you can find out in our website. DBMD not only give us the merit-based scholarship, but also the career and internship support. So you can get a lot of help and resources, even the financial aid during your study at Temple. To apply DBMD program is much easier than you thought. Some programs even waive the GRE test, and the whole team is very supportive and willing to give you a lot of help. As a Temple student, you will have the chance to meet the talented professors and students from all over the world. Our campus is located in Philadelphia. Philly is a big and historic city in the United States, so you probably have a lot of opportunity during your study at Temple. There's a lot of pre-arrival webinars that provide all the students that are coming to the campus that can help you know more about the courses and the regulation of the school. We also have a lot of activity that hold just for the DBMD student. Feel free to reach out. We'll be really happy to answer the question that you have.
So this shows you some of the disciplines where our majors are offered through DBMD. So we have business, architecture, liberal arts, media and communication, sports business, health sciences, science and technology, performing and cinematic arts, and education. So if you'd like to see the full list of master's degree options available, you can scan this QR code, and it's also on the flyer that you have been given as well. One of the options that we have available to students is in our Temple, Japan campus, is a 1-year Master of Management program. So this is open to non-business majors. So if you majored in something other than business, but you're looking for a business background, you can apply to this program and complete it in 1 year at our campus in downtown Tokyo. The tuition rates and scholarships are different from main campus, so if you're interested in studying at Temple, Japan, please let us know and we're happy to provide you with that information. So a lot of times when students are going to a graduate program, they want to know what's next. So this is something that we really try to help support students through the program so that when they're finished, they know what type of career they want to go into. So where are our alumni now? Our alumni from DBMD have found positions in companies like Meta, Adidas, Google, Amazon, Deloitte, AstraZeneca, and more. Also, around 20% of our students go on to get PhDs after they complete the program. So our Career Center has a platform with over 21,000 internship and job opportunities that students have access to apply for. This is a great way to get some experience so that after you graduate, when you start to apply for positions, you already have a little bit of professional skills. There's over 50 Fortune 500 companies within 2 hours of Philadelphia. So this is a great opportunity to work for a large company and get some industry experience while you're at Temple. The optional practical training program lets students work in the US from 1 year to up to 3 years if you're a student in the science, technology, engineering, or math fields. One of our more successful alumni graduated from Temple University with a master's in computer science and is now a software engineer at Amazon. The next couple of slides shows you a few of our current students and alumni and where they share their thoughts on Temple. So this is a student that majors in Media X Arts, and her home university was National Cheng Kung University. So she had a degree in Taiwanese literature, but decided to apply for the Media X Arts program. So she's a great example of a student that decided to change their major when they applied for a graduate program. So you don't have to stay in the same major that you had in your undergraduate degree. You can decide to apply for a new program at Temple, as long as you meet the background. These are 2 of our alumni who have graduated both from actually this is just Sunny from National Taiwan University. So she graduated with a master's in sports business, and now she works as a digital CRM specialist for L'Oreal here in Taipei. So she shares that as a DBMD student, she got to know more international students, go to interesting events, and although she felt that graduate school was challenging, this really helped her overcome her schoolwork stress. This is another alum from National Sun Yat-sen University who's working as a fiscal analyst at the Bucks County Finance Department that's in Pennsylvania. So he's talking about how the application was clear and another big benefit were the scholarships. This is another student who is from Bangcha University, majoring in hospitality management at Temple, and he's talking about the benefits of study abroad and how it makes you more independent. You get to grow through the new life experience, and it gives you new opportunities and connections for your future career. And another student spotlight, Ying Huang, who's from National Central University, majoring in media studies at Temple. And she's talking about the U.S. market. This is one of the things I mentioned about benefits of Philadelphia and the opportunities that provides. So to go over some of the requirements, when you're applying for any of the graduate programs, most academic departments prefer you to have a 3.0 GPA out of a 4.0 scale. The minimum language requirement at Temple is 79 TOEFL, 6.5 IELTS, or 110 Duolingo. Some of the programs that are more reading or writing intensive may have higher language requirements. So if you're applying to a journalism program, for example, their requirement is 100 TOEFL. And as I mentioned, the GRE and GMAT is waived for most programs, with the exception of a few majors offered through our Fox School of Business. So the application deadline for the fall semester is April 1st. Our fall semester starts in late August and runs through the middle of December. Our spring semester application deadline is October 15th. Our spring semester starts in mid-January and goes through early May. all graduate programs accept spring applications. Some only start in the fall. So if you're interested in spring, please let us know and we can tell you if the major that you're interested in accepts spring applications. And as I mentioned earlier, viewing our blogs and vlogs is a great way to get a sense of the students' experience, what they did in Philadelphia, some of the activities that they participated in. So if you'd like to learn more about that, you can scan the QR code here and review some of our blogs and vlogs. So thank you so much for your time today. It was really great to get to talk to you more about our university and these partnership programs. And I'm happy to stay and answer any questions you have. Thank you so much.
现场同学可以扫描 QR code， 然后进行提问。You may scan the QR code on the stage to have questions to the speaker now. 或者如果同学想要立刻提出问题，也可以举手，现场举手提问。You may raise your hand to ask questions now.
And if you'd like to ask questions in Chinese, my colleagues from our Temple Taiwan office are here and also happy to help. Irene and Joe. Hey, Joe, wait for that.
有任何问题都可以提出来。可以听到了，听到了。
有听到。
Some of our students are interested in exchange program, and for the exchange programs, there are language requirement for exchange studies, like TOEFL or even GRE and GMAT.
So no GRE or GMAT, but for exchange programs we do require a language score. So the students need to submit the university minimum, which would be 79 TOEFL or 6.5 IELTS. If they're a graduate exchange student, it requires prior permission from the academic department. But undergraduates can apply with just those requirements.
And do our students need to find accommodation themselves?
So
or do you offer any help on that?
we do offer help. So we provide assistance for students to find housing. They're able to apply for on-campus housing if they'd like to live in one of the dorms, or such as the Global Living Learning Community or other on-campus dorms. And if they prefer to live off-campus, we'll recommend a couple of places where students stay that we know are good places to live. So we'd like them to come to us and ask questions if they prefer to live off-campus so that we can direct them to the right place. So by short term, the minimum length of an exchange would be 1 semester. So you would need to pay for fees and then living expenses. I think we estimate living expenses around $7,500 per semester. So this would of course vary depending on where you decide to live. So the living costs will change if you want to have a room to yourself, or if you're open to sharing a room, that lowers the cost of your living. You also have to purchase health insurance. This is a big thing when you come to the US. It's a little bit different for students from other countries, since health insurance in many other places is free, but in the US you have to pay for it, and it's required by the Department of State, so that's an additional cost. Oh, that's a good question. Why is Temple University called Temple? Great question, right? Yeah. Seems, maybe not to make sense. So our founder, Russell Conwell, made a famous speech about his mission for the university. It was called Acres of Diamonds. And he made it in this beautiful historic building on campus called the Baptist Temple. And because the speech meant so much to the university, we are called Temple University. But it's funny, we don't have a temple on campus, and we don't have any religious affiliation. We're a research institution, but we're still called Temple University because of the Baptist Temple and the famous speech that was made there. So that was a great question.
同学们都听懂吗？如果有需要翻译的话，跟我们说啊。但刚刚有同学问到为什么天普大学叫 Temple University， 因为在我们 所学的语言当中，Temple 大概大家都会觉得是一个庙宇，但事实上 Temple 更大广泛的意义是宗教的意思。那我们的创办人 Mr. Conwell， 他其实是一位传教士。一开始的时候，他在下了班的时候，他认为所有的人都应该有受教权。所以对于想要下了班在140年前，那对于想要再受高等教育的人来讲，是不是一般那么容易像我们今天这样的事情？所以在他那个时候呢，他在下了班以后的时间，在 church， 其实他在他的这个教会里头，在那个里面有半上课的时间，所以让下了班以后还想授课的人到那边去上课。那他成立目前在我们的校园里面，还有当时100多年前的那一所教堂还在里面。We are actually still here.
下面。
Yes, we have events in there now.
对，一进校门看到的那一栋教堂，其实就是将近40年前，我们 Mr. Conwell 他开始创办，那时候课堂开始的时候，所以叫天普大学。那我们想当然了，我们在翻译英文到中文的时候，我们有时候选择它的译音，有时候选择它的意义。那天普大学我们翻译成天普Int'l 庙大学，让同学们会误会，所以。所以同学们问的问题非常好。那同时呢，也由这个想到我们为什么会看到我们的刚刚的 PPT 里面很多的 Temple Hour， 就是因为我们在晚上开始上课的时间，在那个时间开始，所以我们的这个吉祥物，学校的吉祥物从一开始创办学校就是猫头鹰。
So do exchange students have a chance for internship in the U.S.? Absolutely. So we don't place students in internships, but there's a lot of chances for you to apply. So you can apply on campus or possibly off campus, but you cannot work off campus and get paid. So there are some work restrictions for students coming through on an F1 visa. So most of the students get internships on campus. But you can talk to the Immigration Services Office at Temple about which internships you qualify for. But many of our students do find internships while they're studying abroad.
同学问到这个有关研习实习的机会，刚刚在我们的 PPT 里头，同学们不晓得有没有注意到，其实天普大学的学生每年有超过21000个以上的研习实习、打工或就业的机会。那同学们在台湾持有 F1 签证前往美国读书的同学要千万注意，就是依照美国国家以及国土安全局的规定，持 F1 签证的国际生在美国是不可以任意持学生签证而领取薪资的任何打工机会，除非透过学校的安排。如果你到任何一所美国的大学学校去就读的时候，你持的是 F1 签证，你就必须想要有打工实习的机会，要领薪资的这个工作的时候，你一定要在学期间通过学校的安排。所以在天普大学我们有这样的机会，同学们可以持有我们学生证以后 F1 签证的学生就可以来寻求国际处的协助，来帮助你们寻找适合你们的这个打工实习的机会。
How is the local security? Good question. So Philadelphia is a large metropolitan area, so we do tell students that it's important to practice common sense safety. So things like you don't leave your bag in the U.S. Anywhere in the U.S. You wouldn't leave your bag, walk away and come back because it could get stolen. You don't walk around late at night by yourself. You have to make sure you're with friends or taking a shuttle or a taxi, things like that. But as I mentioned before, we have a Temple University police force and security officers that patrol campus and are in every campus building. They're not only on campus, but there's a surrounding area where they also are present every day. And we have services like the shuttle service. There's also a walking escort program that will have a security officer walk with a student if they don't want to go by themselves late at night. And there's a variety of other safety resources, so it's something that we take very seriously, and we hope to educate students when they get to Temple about some things that they should do while they're in the U.S. that might be different from back home in order to keep themselves safe.
OK， 那关于这个学生安全的问题、校园安全的问题，我相信是每一所在美国所有的大学都很重视的。尤其在天普大学，我们有非常多的国际生，来自115个国家的国际学生在天普大学的校园里面就读。所以对于学生的安全，我们非常的重视。那在学生进入学校之后的每一场 orientation， 我们都会提醒学生在什么时间点，在什么地点，我们尽量避免自己一个人的晚上的深夜的时间在学校以外的地方走动。所以像在校园里面，我们有图书馆是24小时，同学可以持着学生证在里面读书。那你如果读到晚上半夜2点，但是想回到你的宿舍，你可以随时打电话给我们校警，还有学校的安全人员陪伴你走回从你在的地点走回你的宿舍里面。那这样的校园安全，在我们大费城区附近的，比如说是其他的学校，像 Int'l、Cross-strait、Temple 这附近的学校都有这样子的安全设施以及服务给同学的。那所以我们今天在刚刚助理副校长一直提到说，我们有来自那么多国家的学生，那包括在台湾的同学们，我们在这里的安全相对来讲是在美国许多大城市的某些特别的地方来讲是相对安全的，所以我们都会提醒国际生，到了天普，到了所有的美国的学校都要注意附近的安全。所以不管我刚刚提到的这些前100大的好学校，他们附近都有一些所谓不是那么安全的社区。那所以呢，同学们都一定要注意自己的安全。那可能避免自己一个人晚上深夜的时候，自己在校外的地方要搭车或者是做什么活动，都是最好是可以跟学校报备，然后让学校来协助同学们的安全。OK。
Yes, so students who are applying for master's degrees at Temple can have the ability to have access to our scholarship, which is 10% to 20% of your tuition every semester. So sometimes your department may offer you an additional scholarship, but not all programs do. So the way the scholarship works is students with a 3.0 to a 3.3 GPA get a 10% scholarship. From 3.3 to 3.6, they get a 15% scholarship. And 3.6 and above, they get a 20% scholarship. So it depends on the GPA that you have.
So that's for PPP.
That's for both. Both? Yeah. And 1+1. Oh, yeah. But they, yeah.
需要跟同学们解释吗？就是有同学问到 scholarship 的部分，都听懂了吗？都听懂了，非常棒。没有时间没事。
So we don't manage PhD programs. So if you're interested in applying for a PhD program, you would do that directly to the academic department. And then the academic department would decide what your offer would be. So once you get accepted, you get an offer with if you have a scholarship, how much it is, and when would it last the entire program, all of those details. So PhD students should apply or talk directly to the academic department that they're interested in.
所以刚刚前面提到的 scholarship 是 for 我们现在跟彰师大签的3+2和1+1，3+2是学硕双联，1+1是硕双联啊。那前面的刚提到这2个 program 目前签的是有一定的奖学金，一旦你被录取之后呢，我们就有一定的标准的奖学金，同学们可以申请，而且是自动给予的。那如果在第1年之后呢，同学们在我们天普大学念的是2年学制的硕士学程，那这个部分的奖学金在第1年你的表现优异，可以申请助教奖学金。那达到标准而可以获得助教奖学金的同学，有可能可以获得你第2年的硕士学程整个学年的学费全免啊，这是对于我们教这个 DBMD 的 program 的学生特别好的一个优惠。 那对于申请博士班的同学的话，博士班是针对你所申请的院所，你直接向他们去寻求有没有奖学金的制度，因为每个院所就不一样了。
I think we answered the short-term exchange question, correct? Yeah, living costs. So I think I reviewed this, but the semester-based exchange living costs are around $7,500 US per semester. You have to add into that insurance, health insurance, which can range around probably maybe around 2,000 for the semester.
Right.
Also books, other general living expenses. So there's a minimum requirement that you have to submit when you apply to the F1 visa. I believe it's around for one semester, around 15,000.
15,000.
Yes, but that's not an actual cost necessarily. That's just what you need to show to get the visa, the I-20 document. But as I mentioned, living expenses could be much less. It depends on how you'd like to live.
接下来的问题是关于就是在美国生活除了学费以外的费用。那刚刚助理副校长 Erica 提到的就是说，我们大约的预估让每个同学的概念或家长有概念的是，就是一个学期可能就是大概是7500元美金，所以一学年大概是15000美金的这个生活费。那另外要加上你们在美国就读的时候，一定要学校都会要求同学有学生保险啊。那保险的费用大概一个学年是将近在4000元美金到5000元美金左右。那当然有的学校你可以跟他提问，有的学校是可以接受同学在自己的国家里面就已经做了完整的保险。那你要提出证明来，是可以证明你在美国生活的这一段时间、就学的这段时间，你的保险的范围 covered 是跟我们学校要求的是一模一样的，至少大过于我们要求的哦。那另外提到就是还有刚刚讲到的 cost 还有什么费用？living cost and insurance and others.
Yeah.
book. OK， 那就是当然书籍费用。tuition 是我们同学们手上有拿到那个flyers. We actually mentioned the tuition, roughly tuition for reference.
For study abroad or study abroad, DBMD.
Yeah. 所以如果同学们刚刚早先进来的同学手上在外面拿到的单张的 flyer， 那里面的讯息有可能是我们上学期准备的。那谢谢张师大的老师帮我们先印出来，但是我们今天特别带过来的有这个学期最新的所有资讯。那我们有5份不同的 program 的资讯在前面的这个进来之前的桌上，同学们待会儿可以看一看哪些是你们所需要的，其中包括了 DBMD 的 programs， 就是双联学位，还有我们暑假英文的这个 Summer English program， 还有可能是那个study abroad， 就是你想要如果是 exchange program， 交换生的名额是有一定的限制的，但是 DBMD 双联学位的同学是没有限制的。同学们的成绩你只要达到我们的 requirements， 你就一定会被录取。好，所以 exchange student 是有一定的这个配额，然后但是如果是 DBMD 的 program 的话，没有限制多少位学生，只要你达到了标准，你就一定可以被录取。而你只要达到我们的低标，就一定有奖学金。那除了最基本的给予的奖学金以外，同学的，如果你在学校的 GPA 还有你的英语测试成绩都够高，而且高于一般总平均的人的话，就可以再申请另外的奖学金，最高的金额达到你们学费的20%。所以希望同学们多多的这个利用这样好的 offer。
Could you say how much study abroad tuition is? It's about $15,000. So students coming for study abroad. One semester, it's about $15,000 US dollars per semester is the tuition.
每一学期15000元美金，大概是这个学费。
Under how much would it?
这是不是那个国际处的老师可以协助回答？ 往年彰师学生能申请到美国哪些区间的学校？就是你们的姐妹校哪些学生去，是吧？可能国际处的老师。
目前就申请，如果要双联的话，就申请天普啊，最好的机会、最高的奖学金，就是在我们目前所有的姐妹校，然后有双联里面，天普是最好的。另外一个学校是 Fresno， 在加州。加州州立大学 Fresno 分校，那我们推荐，因为比较好的排名还是天普为主哈。那目前是美国有这2所那个选择性的就是这2所学校，推荐天普。
谢谢汤老师，
谢谢。
那其实都是很好的学校，然后同学们可能根据你自己想要就读的科系别，因为每个学校的 ranking， 如果是我们亚洲学生很在意的，可能你要注意一下你想要去念的学校的你的系所的排名，可能是你在意的。还有就是地区，那这个可能像 Fresno， 它这所学校它比较偏向的是一个农业方面的专业大学。那我比较了解认识他们，是因为我以前曾经是美国加州公务人员10年，所以我对于加州的大学也还蛮清楚的。那天普大学是一个全方位研究型的综合性的大学。那我们的排名在全美国来讲，今年我们刚刚同学们可以看到，就是我们今年在全美4、5千所大学里面，我们的排名是89名。那我们在全公立大学来讲，排名是全美第45名。他的问题是，就是先完成母校的学士学位后再去。这个同学问的是指3+2的双联学位吗？是不是？是这个意思。就我所看懂的意思 ，I thought this student he or she is interested in learning if they need to complete their bachelor degree and then got that and then move transfer to example to continue their master's degree. So actually no. 就是基本上如果是3+2，想要申请3+2的同学，是在大3的时候就可以申请。那这个观念呢，在2校签这个 MOU 的时候，是要提供给同学们最快、最短时间之内，可以让同学完成你的学士学位，以及获得你的硕士学位。那如果是在这样子的一个前提之下，3+2的同学最快你可以在大3上的时候申请。所以大3上的时候你申请到了以后，你就是大4上，就是大4的最后在彰师大的最后1年大4，其实你是到天普大学的校园里面去念你的大4，同时念你的研一、硕一，这样听懂了啊？所以是不需要再完成你的硕士这个学士学位的时候，就可以开始同个时间念大4，以及同个时间念硕一，在天普的校园里面。但是在座一定有同学已经大4了，那如果来不及的话，我们已经把这个3+2的 program 延伸成为4+2也可以。所以在座的同学，如果你现在已经是大4的同学，也非常欢迎您申请。那而且大4的同学有更优势的地方，就是大3的同学，当你是大3的时候，你一定还有课程还没有修完的，你可能必修来选修里面。那你可以容许你在剩下2到3门科目的时候，然后选择天普大学来念你的硕士，同时完成你的硕士的学分，在天普的校园里面。如果你已经是大4的学生，当你大4上申请的时候，你可以申请大4下春季班到天普念，或者是直接到明年你毕业之后的秋季班的硕士课程开课。那如果是你大4申请的时候，你打算在学士毕业的时候，暑假之后去念秋季班，那你就不用担心你在彰师大的这个学分还有没有修完的部分，因为基本上你已经拿到，当你申请之后，第2年的秋季你要到天普念书的时候，supposedly 你已经拿到 隔年你就拿到那个彰师大的学士学位了，对吗？那如果是这样的情况的同学，在申请上就更简单、更容易，因为你就不用教你的读书计划。Yes.
Yeah. So it is possible, but you have to.
Benefit for the student, they should have also finished their bachelor degree and go on to the master degree. So if the 3+2 they are in the same major, so they can finish their the university degree from NCUE, and they also can get the master from Temple University. I think that's the best solution for this question.
That's up to you. You really need to check with NCUE. For Temple's purposes, we've had students that have done that in the past, but of course you always need to check with your home university on what requirements they will allow when you apply to the program.
对，简单回答这个问题，很抱歉我刚刚误会了。那如果是要问同学要问是否你如果要参加双联学位，是否可以跨系或跨院？简单的回答是的，你可以。但是呢，在这个前提之下，就是你可能要去看你有兴趣到天普大学念硕士学程的那一个跟你现在不同院所的科系里面，你应该要完成的科目。那有没有先决要求你要事先在大学里面有修过某一些课程才可以续修的？比如假设说我们有很多非常成功的案例，可能有一位大学的学生他之前是他的主修是应用华语，但是他想到天普念资讯工程，所以呢他在咨询过我们之后呢，我们告诉他说，那你必须要资讯工程，相信你原来的应用华语里面并没有修到一些专业的 software 或者是 computer science 的科目，所以我们会建议他说，你一定要有一些专业的科目是你大学已经修过的，才可以续修他的硕班。所以他就在学校里面辅修这些必要的课程、必修的课程，所以他也很成功的从大三直接申请到天普的硕班，所以他直接就转过去。那在去年，浩源毕业了，他去年在5月毕业的时候就被 Amazon 直接请到加州去工作，所以他在费城毕业的当个月，他当个礼拜就提着行囊就到加州工作了。所以这是也很成功的案例。那简单的说就是说，但是同学们一定要咨询你们的国际处，国际处的老师教授给你们什么样子的这个 advice， 你们可以参考。也许对你们最好的是希望你们完成4年的学士学位，再接着转修也可以。如果你觉得你自己有能力，可以像浩源这样，我们有非常多的同学，他可能是原来是外文学系的。他们通常到天普来就不会继续念外文系，大概他就选修的可能他是选商学院，或者是选传媒。那选传媒学院的话，这个也是一个跨系跨越的情况。虽然说可能没有像刚刚我举的例子跨得那么远，但是我们的确有非常多的同学他是跨院或系所的。
Any other questions? Great questions, by the way.
First, I would like to thank you for your clear presentation and makes us learn more deeply about the DBND, DBND with Temple University. And I am curious about the College of Business and Management. I noticed that there are some required like DMRT and GRE exam. But in some possible case or merit-based situation that the students don't have to pass these exams, and I would like to ask that what is the merit-based situation, or is every department here requires the exams as well?
So the only department that requires the GRE or the GMAT is the Fox School of Business, where all of our business programs are. So most of the time, if it's a quantitative program, like a financial analysis, you'll probably need to take the GRE. But if it's a program like innovation management, which is one of the master's options, they'll take a look at your transcripts, and if you have a good GPA, they waive the requirement. So every time we have a student that applies to a business program, we ask about the waiver. The business school will look at the transcript and then take the program into consideration and make a decision about whether or not the student needs to take the exam. Thanks. Sure.
刚刚这位同学问的问题非常好，他就问到说，如果是就是我们要刚刚有提到说，很多的绝大部分的同学，如果要申请双联学位，同学是可以waive掉，就是免交 GRE 或者 GMAT 的成绩。但是目前来讲，所有我们天普大学提供 DD、MD 这个选项给国际生的学院，只有商学院 Cross-strait 他们有这样的要求，说我们还是希望同学们缴交 GRE 或 GMAT。但是呢，我们在过去，因为在商学院里面，假设如果你们选修的是你们想要修的、想要去念的是比如说是财务分析或者是精算学，那这些是对于你们的这个财务背景或你们会计的这些background相当要求的，所以他可能在他还是会想要看到你们 GRE 或 GMAT 的成绩。但除此之外呢，在过去3到4年来，我们所有申请商学院的同学，在他们缴交了他们的 GPA 跟他们的英文成绩之后呢，我们都会帮他把他的成绩，然后跟他在学的成绩给这个我们商学院研究所看。然后呢，在过去3、4年来，我们都帮我们商学院的申请生免除了他们需要考试跟缴交 GRE、GMAT 的这个要求。但是 instead 他们需要做一个面试，线上的面试，跟我们商学院的助教或老教授做一个面试，30分钟的面试。那这是目前的状况，所以几乎来讲，我们申请天普大学 DBMP 的学生几乎都可以免交 GRE 跟 GMAT。但是刚除了商学院的同学，在座的同学，如果你们要去念的并非是商学院，那 for sure 你们是不用缴交 GRE 跟 GMAT。那这个优惠是天普提供给姐妹校学生的。其他的同学，如果你直接去申请的话，没有透过我们 DBMP 的 program， 直接在你选择了好多10所美国的研究所，然后天普也是其中1所，自己写进去的话，那就是要缴交的。这样清楚了，谢谢。
Another question?
Yeah, oh, very good question.
Great question.
Hi, I'm Benjamin. I'm from accounting department, and as a previous law student, we need to write a thesis if we want to graduate in Taiwan. So if we apply on the dual degree in Taiwan University, should we still write a treatise thing?
Yes, so the thesis would still be required for your master's degree from your home university here. And so we would have to work out a study plan, which is what we do for all students applying through the dual degree programs. Once you're accepted, we work with your advisor from here and your new advisor at Temple to work out an academic plan that allows you to complete the 2 degrees in the 2 years. So every plan is different because every student may have different requirements depending on what they've taken already and what they need to take at Temple. So the plans are very individual to the student. But once it's determined, everybody signs it, and it goes on file, on record, and that's the plan that you use to complete the degree.
那这位同学他提到的问题是很多可能是理工学院的同学，他们都会有一些在母校，比如说彰师大，你们在毕业前，学校会规定你们要缴交论文或者是特定的专业报告。那这个部分的话是你们要完成彰师大这边学校的规定。那到了如果说你真的申请了，而你是3年级申请，所以第4年要到天普来念，或者是1+1的课程的话，那的确要2边的教授都看过你要上的课，有的读书计划，然后决定怎么样协助你完成2边的规定计划才行。但是，一旦你们开始申请，我们每一位学生的服务都是 one to one， 所以只要你们缴交了你们的上网开始申请那一刻开始，每一位学生都会收到我们单独的联系 individually 的 contact。 然后协助你们知道你们上过的课程，你们即将想去念的科系，然后你们要协助你们怎么完成你们申请的过程。那只要是申请透过 DBMD 申请的同学，你们不需要去寻求业界这个留游学中心的协助。我们办公室还有天普大学国际处里面专门负责 DBMD 的 program。Erica 还有 Sam 两位老师都会协助同学们看过你们所有的申请的资料，然后协助你们如果需要修正或更改的地方会给一些建议。所以如果是透过我们的服务，免费的服务来申请 DBMD 的这个 program 的话，同学们都可以很放心的直接跟我们做联系就可以了。
我在这边跟同学们综合了天普大学跟我们有另一所Fresno 的那个双联比较之下，天普这边的牛肉非常的多。大家听到这个讯息就知道，Fresno 不是每一所系所都可以去双联，那个要必须是贵系所已经有签双跟Fresno 的系所有签双联的，你才可以去念双联。而且那个有蛮多的条件 ，GRE 啊、GPA 那些都要看，那个都一定要考。那刚刚我们比较了之下，就知道天普这边弹性非常的大。你修过什么课，你甚至于要转系，或者是其他情况修课的状况，还有奖学金，这个都非常的丰厚。我觉得就我的话，这是一个很好的选择哈。那好像同学们问的问题都差不多了，还没有什么问题。同学们赶快趁现在如果可以的话，就是最清楚的回复会在这里。那之后如果还想到什么，随时欢迎到国际处我随时都在办公室，办公时间都可以来问。就你的状况，那你要怎么样最好的方式可以到天普去念双联。那万一我答不出来，我们还可以找到这个 Irene 他们在台北有办公室，那也可以随时给我们很满意的答复。我发现很多同学已经来问问题了，那他们都很有兴趣。那就是天普的回复，因为每一个系所的问题都不太一样，每一个同学都不太一样，而且有很多需要去解决的部分。那天普这边的回复都很快。马上 email， 隔天随时就都有讯息了好，那今天就我们到这边告一段落。以后有问题的话，
那我刚刚提到就是有一些同学比较早到或者准时到，也许你们拿到的资料反而是单张的 flyer， 然后那一张的资讯可能有一些地方小地方需要被 update， 没有基本的任何错误，但是呢，可能比如说这个同学们手上拿到的 flyer 有一张是 DBMD， 然后它是2年之内就是整个完成你的硕士学程的学费，那不是1年的学费，那是完成你整个硕士学程的学费。所以呢，同学们可以注意一下，看一下这个你可能准备的到美国去求学的这个 tuition 跟这个 living cost。另外呢，很重要的一件事情是，手上有一张我们刚刚给同学们的是一张表格。那希望同学们对于我们讲完以后，对于这些 program 2校之间的合作的这些方案有兴趣的同学呢，请填完你们的表格，把它交给我们。那我们通常就是回到美国之后呢，我们会把同学们的资料 key in 进去。所以定期的，我们对于学生有兴趣的 program， 我们会 email 发通知跟同学说，几月几号我们有 online 的 info session， 欢迎同学来上网来参加。所以这些资讯我们不会对外流。那同学们愿意继续收到天普大学的这些升学的，然后开课的管道的话，欢迎同学把资料留给我们。那刚刚有提到就是说，如何增进英语的这个程度，我们在天普大学的这个近50年历史的英语中心，每年的暑假，我们都是这个美国教育部4、5千所大学里面遴选的10所大学之一，有承办 Education USA 的学校。所以我们 Summer 的 program 多半开课的时间是在7月的July 4th 之后，所以大部分开课的时间在7月8号左右。那符合我们台湾暑假开始大概都是在6月中以后。对，所以因为在美国的这个暑假开始比较快，都在5月就开始了。那 所以呢，同学们如果有兴趣的话 ，summer 的时候也可以上 online 的课程，也可以实体的到美国的校园里面去再体验一下在美国的这个留学的生活。那如果真的有兴趣的话，未来可以再选择到美国的学校来就读。好，那今天大概就是这样，所以欢迎同学们把你们的资料留给我们，谢谢大家。
非常精彩哈，非常精彩。